What's going on, everybody? Got the all motor hatch rolled back in the shop. I'm gonna try and get a few things buttoned up on the car. Focus on some wiring for the engine harness. We got that back here laid out. I got two harnesses, one that came with the car, which is this one, kind of hacked up by the distributor. A couple of other places like the either the throttle position or TPS sensor. Alternator was actually had something on it. It had this alternator extension that we took off, but because we thought we were gonna go with this harness, but this harness I actually took off from my gray hatch because it used to have an MSD box, but it doesn't anymore, and I just couldn't figure out the grounds to the injectors, so always had an issue with it. So we're just gonna take the stuff off of this harness and put it back onto this harness. As it goes, I'm gonna work my way from this way over, taking off what needs to go. The distributor shouldn't be that hard because one pin, as you see here, only takes 2 wires, and then the other one I'll just chop and splice in what goes to what. Shouldn't be too hard. So we'll work on that. And also we got the radiator in for the H. So do a quick unboxing of this. Just got a dual core aluminum radiator, came with a fan, 10-inch fan I believe. Tape. See what this looks like. This advertises red, and it's red, which I'm cool with. 12-volt fan. Probably gonna mount this one in the front actually. Stick it up in the front of the radiator. Had to trim some room in here for it to fit, but it might fit, but we'll see. Alright, let's get that radiator unboxed. Comes with some mounting hardware and all that good stuff. Not bad. It's like $45.99 for the whole kit. It's pretty dope. It's gonna look sweet in here. Wow. I don't have a mount right now to hold it. I'll hold itself kind of. But yeah. It's gonna look nice in there. Pretty sleek. Matches all the new starter that I put on also, and just goes pretty nicely with the build. The headers, before I turn these on, or turn the engine on for the first time, I'm gonna wipe them down with some acetone or lacquer thinner, just to get all the grease off and have them burn nice colors instead of turn black. So yeah, that's what we're working on, is just getting some stuff with the harness buttoned up. So we're gonna plug around with this, and I'll make a quick update once I figure out or start to make some more progress. Alright, so update on the wire harness situation. Trying to trace all this stuff and all this cut hack nonsense. Just feel like not really doing it. So had this spare perfectly mint OEM OBD1 harness. So here's the alternator extension that came with the other harness. It's got all 4 wires for the factory alternator plug. So I'm going to extend these two, so that they will reach to the front alternator, how it goes. I'm going to clean up a lot of other stuff, but for the most part I'm going to try and get this harness kind of plumbed / mocked up so I can have it ready almost. So yeah, like I said, I just didn't feel like dealing with this hack nonsense. It's pretty annoying sometimes. These harnesses are sometimes rare to find, but I did get this one. Might have even actually came with the car. My buddy Brandon might have threw it in, but yeah, instead of just holding on to it for the gray car in case I ever need it, which I probably won't, because the next step for that car will be an upgraded harness, so then I'll even have an extra clean harness. So put this one to good use and make sure that this harness in this car is mint. So we're gonna start getting it plumbed up, and like I said, mocked up. Might take it back out, might leave it in, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we pretty much got the wire harness ran. I got the 2 dizzy plugs here, sensor that it goes to the dash for cooling. I forget what this one is. Like I said, 2 dizzy plugs. Have VTEC and the oil pressure sensor, temperature sensor right here. I want to say these two, one's for the reverse and one is a O2 sensor. I have to extend the starter ground, which is fine. I'll just cut it and take some single black and white line off of one of those harnesses. Got it ran over here, got it plugged in, tucked under the battery tray for now. Still gotta run this wire, but I did run the alternator extension. Got that all ran nice and neat through here, and everything will just tuck down and in here once the RBC manifold is on. I got this other sensor taped off. This is the intake air temperature sensor, and then you got your TPS and map. I got the IAC blocked off down here and labeled. We won't be using that for an H. Got the coolant temperature sensor and the ground thermostat ground right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much ran. I'm probably gonna leave it in there, honestly. I do have to tap the RBC manifold. I do have to tap it right here. Have to take this out, probably bang it through or cut it out. But I ordered an intake air temperature RBC manifold adapter, so it's upstairs right now where I'll show you. But it's pretty much just like a circle that goes over here. It's it's like protrudes a little bit to fit inside of that, and then it's got 4 bolt holes you got to tap and screw in, and then it's got the 2 for the intake air temperature sensor. So we still got to do that, but we got that sensor really close right here. That's where the RBC will be, so pretty much down here it'll be like plugging in. Got all the injectors nice and close too. Once we get that RBC manifold back in for good, we will run those. I do have the fuel rail, but I do still need to order some injectors. I was gonna run some RC 310s that I used to run in one of my all motor B series back in the day, but those probably could use a flow test and some screen cleans. So I'm probably just gonna order some RDX 410 cc's, I believe they are RDX injectors, and throw those on. I already have the plug and play adapters because I believe it's like a Bosch style injector, so I have the injector clip for it, and got the pigtails right here with the hats we'll need. And now I have to order more O-rings, so we'll get that going. And like I said, the harnesses ran. Just wanted to get that done before it got dark, and it's kind of dark already. So one more thing knocked off. I do have to go inside the car, not today, another day, and figure out some of the wiring mess that's in here. Oh, and another note, even though this engine harness does have VTEC solenoid and oil pressure temperature sensor, the chassis is a non-VTEC, so it does not have it. So I might actually just tape these off back here somewhere so you won't even see them, because I'm going to order a VTEC sub harness, which I'll have to run in here. What's up, guys? It's a few days later in the vlog. Still got the engine wired up as you guys saw in the last clip. Like I was saying, I have to come in here and figure out a lot of nonsense that the people had going on. I don't know what these wires splice into or what they're for. I'll have to check the pinouts on them and all that nonsense. Figure out what goes where, and hopefully everything can work the way it used to. Because like I was saying, these go over, I don't even know what these go into. A whole bunch of nonsense that I'm gonna just rip out. But we got RC jacks that connect into this. It's just a mess, something that we're gonna clean up. But today, we're gonna be trying to get a lot of the bigger stuff knocked out on the car. We're gonna try and get the gas tank in. We did get some cams in, as you guys can see, Skunk 2. More details on that soon. We're gonna try and get those in. I have to get a seal for right here. I have a spare B16 head. I'll probably see if it has one of those on there, and if I'm lucky, we'll be able to put the cans on, and I will have that. Hopefully get the motor timed today. That'd be a huge plus. And we are still waiting for the injectors. Couple other things that I ordered, the alternator relocation bracket, and yeah, so we're gonna get this gas tank swapped out, and like I said, try and get these cams in, and starting to get most of this stuff in the car and ready to go, because hopefully this coming week she'll be able to have her first startup, and we'll see how she sounds. I am kind of waiting to put the RBC manifold on, because I have a tucked fuel kit that I'm taking off my other hatch, because I have a converting the whole stock fuel system to -6 return and feed. So I'm gonna take that tucked kit off that I have on my hatch and put it here, obviously, because there's no stock fuel filter anyways. It just came with some I don't even remember, I ripped it all out, but it didn't have the filter and all the good stuff that we needed to have for it anyways. So I'm gonna put the tuck kit on here. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today because it is raining outside, and it's just not really something that I'm trying to do. I'd rather get more stuff done on this, and then once I'm further on this and need the fuel line, I can focus on getting these fuel lines put on the hatch and then rob the tucked line kit. So with that being said, we're just gonna get into this gas tank and go from there. Alright, so we're under the car trying to get the gas tank out, and there was an option on eBay when I ordered this gas tank, this new one here, if I wanted some new straps and I believe hardware, but you know, it was like 20 bucks more. I was like, nah, got lucky with my last hatch, I don't have no issues. But here I am, having issues. Some rotted bolts. So this one just kind of fell out of its slot. So I'm trying to get this one to do the same. Just giving you guys a little gist of what's going on here. Extra rotted bolts. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Where's the tool that I brought? Try and pry this up. It's like right there. It wants to go. Won't be able to do it one-handed though. But just to give you guys an idea, what I'm gonna try and do is just reuse these straps. Hopefully I can bend that up and out of the way, get that out, get this strap loose, and then we'll be able to drop the tank and get a new one in and go from there. Alright, so just like we wanted to do, I got the second tab off, just had to bend it up a little bit, and the gas tank is pretty much free floating besides the jack. Just got to take these two hose clamps off and slide off the filler neck, and it's either an air bleeder or evap. I want to say that is the evap, but we don't run that anyways. So just gonna take those two off, and possibly that line, definitely that line. So 3 hose clamps, and the gas tank should fall right out. Spray the new gas tank with some professional grade rubberized undercoating. Comes bare. don't want to leave it like that. And this is pretty good stuff. I did use it for the new gas tank and the other hatch, so it works really good. Give you guys a before and after. So here we are. So we got the old gas tank out. Like I said before, really rusty in there, caked everywhere. So this is not a tank we want to use. Got the sending unit and the top hat assembly all out. Got the new gaskets and everything that came for the new gas tank. Got the new one over here painted, drying off, all rubberized. A couple spots got a little damage or smeared off when I flipped it over to paint the underside. So she's just drying a little bit more, letting her cure. I'm over here tapping in this Roscoe Racing intake air temperature sensor adapter for the RBCs. A lot of guys that run this manifold use this, and actually I came across this just googling how guys run their IATs with RBC manifolds on an H swap, and that happily happened to come up, so that's awesome. Got that all installed, and we are porting this intake. It's pretty much already done. I got maybe a little more to go, but this is a 72 mil adapter, and a stock RBC is probably 68 mil, so we had to oval her out a little bit. So we got that taken care of, and still that's about it. Still gonna try and get these cams in. Just gonna be getting this gas tank out of the way and getting this new one in position and ready to go in, and then we'll drop the car back down, finish with this manifold, and work towards the cams. Alright, so we're getting ready to put the gas tank back in, but right now we're putting the fuel pump in. Just want to show you guys what fuel pump we're using. We're using an AEM 320. Same fuel pump that I run in my hatch. Plenty of fuel pump for this all motor build, and we got the new seal on there. So we're gonna go ahead and throw it in there. Run in there just like that. Got the bolts right here. All brand new hardware, came with the gas tank. Start one here, and get one here. So yeah, that AEM pump is good for E85, ethanol, pump gas. So it's an all-around pump, gives me options, and like I said, it's plenty of pump for this all motor build, especially with the RDX 410s. Should be a good combo. Shouldn't be stressing out the fuel system whatsoever. And so we got those all on. I'm going to snug those on, and then we'll get the tank hung up on this factory hanger, and then we'll go from there. Show you guys her about to go in the car. Alright, so we got the tank mounted. Got one strap holding it in. Couldn't really reach the slot, the hanger slot over here, so got my impact over here. Taking this rear strap bolt off, and we're sliding it in the front slot, and then squeezing that strap around and forcing the bolt up in there, and it seems to be working out. So we're gonna get that done, and then we'll move over to the front of the car and start focusing on the RBC manifold and getting these cams in. Gas tank's mounted in, both straps holding her on, so she's good. Fuel pump and sending unit are already in the car. Forgot I had this Skunk 2 VTEC solenoid, just went ahead and threw that on there. I still got to throw a little screw on there and whatnot, but yeah, I got that on. And like I said, we're going to be going ahead and getting these cams ready to go in. These Skunk 2 Pro Series cams. let you guys go ahead and guess if they're Pro 1, 2, or 3s. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and then whoever guesses, if someone guesses it, I'll reveal it. And yeah, so we're gonna head. I got all the cam caps and valve cover. Let me grab those. Alright, so we got all the cam caps and stuff here that we need. Like I said, I do have a busted cap right here, which is what covers the VTEC solenoid side of it, of the valve cover. So I gotta go ahead and get these all cleaned up. I gotta make a little custom hot tank and get some scrubbing done. So we'll make a quick update after I get that done. Cam cap block, and we'll show you guys how, obviously you guys can see before how dirty and grimy this stuff is, and we'll give you guys a quick after. So I got all the cam caps and stuff cleaned up. As you guys can tell, it's way cleaner, shiny now. I still have to take this rear cam cap off of the spare H that I have in the basement. Got kind of late on us. Had to go pick my parents up from the airport. They just got back from vacation. So like I said, I cleaned all this stuff up. I cleaned the valve cover up a little bit, best I could. Still a little greasy under there, but I'm probably still gonna just send it. Tomorrow we'll get back on the vlog with these cams in and go from there. Hopefully get this RBC manifold in for good. So like I said, I still do need to take that fuel tuck kit off of my hatch and get it over here on this car. We'll probably be done sometime this week. So we'll get going on this car. Like I said, definitely want to have it started up for this week, but we'll continue the vlog tomorrow and get these cameras in for sure. What's up, guys? Back in the garage today, Sunday. Got some shitty weather last night here in Buffalo. Snowed. Got a couple of inches, so we're just hibernating in the garage today. I went ahead and took the other cam gears off of my spare H from the basement. And I also had that motor apart. I looked under this cam cap. Let's get this off. Dowel pin's got her in there tight. Come on, little girl. There you go. Alright, so I looked under those cam caps and there was no ring in this slot either. So I don't know if there's one that goes there. There probably is, but I'm gonna just send it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It's gonna get oil. It's a head full of oil, you know? So gonna just work with that. And like I said, we're gonna get these cams in today. Beauty out of here. See this beauty. Skunk 2 Pro Series. Awesome. Alright, so we're gonna get these out the box. Cam gears on. We'll get some installation lube. Oh, I went ahead and got that cam cap on and cleaned up as well. And we'll get this motor top dead center, and we'll start getting her timed up here. Alright, so we got the cam gears on. I didn't throw any lube on there yet. I just got them placed in there. Show you guys. Got the arrows on the crank lined up, if you can see that right there. 2 arrows lined up. Getting ready to get these cam caps back on. Like I said, just gotta throw some lube on these cams. Get the cam caps back on, tighten them down. They're both pretty close to up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these all lubed up, torqued down, and we'll go from there. Alright, so there she is. Skunk 2 Pro Series installed. H22 finally's got some cams. It's looking good. Can finally go ahead and bolt up this distributor. I still do have the 810s that I need for the end caps here and in there. But like I said, everything's looking great. Finally nice to see some cams in this engine. So I mean, from here, all that's really left to do is I got the injectors coming in the mail this week. I gotta run that tucked fuel line, and I have to get a regulator, because with the tucked kit I won't have that factory regulator filter thing there, so I have to get a -6 inline regulator to go somewhere over here and down to the return. So that's another task, but as you can see, it's pretty tight on clearance. I still gotta put the pulley back on and whatnot, but she's all timed up, ready to go. Did a 1 cycle over, and she definitely needs a valve lash. Ratty, if you're watching this, I need you. Come over here when you get a free second. Definitely when it warms up. Goddamn snow. But let me know, brother, when you're free. I could use you. But other than that, gonna be buttoning things up. Obviously, I'm gonna leave the valve cover off until we get this valve lash done. And on a side note, with that valve cover, like I said, it's pretty dirty. I might try and do a little something else with it, but I did notice right here, if you guys can see, it's got like a little crack in here. I didn't even notice something happened there. It got smashed or something. So I'm just gonna take a hammer and kind of dent that out a little bit, and I got some JB Weld Quickset that I'm gonna seal that up with, just to prevent any leaks or blow by out of the valve cover there. Don't need any of that ventilation. So that's probably gonna wrap this video up, guys, until we get all the parts in. But like I said, she's finally got some cams in her. Shout out to Skunk too for making some great cams. And that's about it. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, stay tuned.